Hello guys, it's been a little bit, but we're now here in 2026. Another year older, another year wise? No. But we're here to discuss essentially what my plans are for this channel in 2026. Obviously coming into the new year, we're getting ready for the new season. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's going to be quite exciting to say the very least. Just quickly looking back into 2025, in terms of like analytical stats and that, it was the best year on the channel, but for some reason it just didn't, in a weird sense, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But so in 2025 we have accrued over 400,000 channel views, which initially my goal was, I was going to be exorbitant, which was going to be 500,000, but we got actually quite close to that, which is kind of mental. We gained 700 subscribers. We're currently sitting at 2,718, basically been around that buffer like a little bit, as we are now starting to close in on 1 million channel views of all time. We're, I think, about 28,000 away, which is kind of mental to think about, like, and it's only taken about, what, 12, 13 years, but yeah, but we've done well. But let's talk about the future. 2026, I'm hoping it's going to be somewhat of the same, but a bit different. Like, over the next month or so, you're going to be seeing, you know, the usual pre-season type of content regarding predictions, bold claims, reviewing jerseys, and like just other stuff leading into the pre-season, stuff like that. I am working on a video in talking about rugby league and boxing, which is essentially sort of to line up with Nelson Asofa-Solomona stepping into the ring as a full-time boxer for the first time, which eventually will lead into the end of February when the first games of the NRL season happen in round 0 to some extent in Las Vegas. And just before, just want to get out there, no, I'm not going. It's, I mean, I think there's a lot of things in terms of factor. The big one is, yeah, I can't afford to go. I can't afford to go to Vegas. Maybe next year, I don't know. But yeah, a little bit disappointing that I couldn't go to watch, well, literally my team playing over there. But, you know, it's whatever, I suppose. But I do want to be doing more vlogs. I really enjoy doing them, and I don't do them as often as I really should. But now we have the opportunity now in 2026 to do that because, well, now I bit the bullet and became a Knights member, so that actually gives me now access to more games and to go to, so we can actually go and watch matches, which is good because you kind of, in this day and age, if you want to see your team, you kind of need to become a member, even if you're only going to go to a couple of matches, because it just adds up. Like, genuinely, like, it's expensive to go to games, unfortunately, especially if you just buy like regular match, like one match tickets and whatnot. So yeah, wouldn't mind doing some more of that. What else is happening? Magic Round. We are going to that. We're going fully to that. I don't know why I've put my hand like this. It looks like I've added it in post, but we are going to Magic Round the whole 4 days. This is the first one for the whole 4 days, and it'll line up perfectly with my birthday. Like, my birthday literally takes place on the day of the Suncorp Origin match. Oh, basically, it's not even trying to flex, it's more just as a warning to the locals that your boy's coming. And then there's obviously going into the latter parts of the season, you're going to have the Rugby League World Cup, which is I'm going to try to do. I currently have already got a ticket secured to the final in Brisbane, but obviously we're going to try to go more sporadically to, you know, games around like Sydney and whatnot, and Newcastle as well. We do have a couple of games, which is nice. I also wouldn't mind doing other sports on the odd occasion, like sometimes about soccer, especially if like there are some stories that I feel like that should be talked about, because I think it's been quite an interesting year for sport, where the big thing being the Newcastle Jets. Now, obviously last year, if some of you have paid attention, they won the Australia Cup. So basically, that means that the Newcastle Jets are playing in Asia this year in the AFC Champions League 2, which is essentially the Europa League equivalent of Asian football. And we will be playing some away matches in Asia, which hopefully we're going to try to go to all of them and try to vlog them, because I think it's going to be a very exciting experience, especially as someone who's only been to Asia once, which was to Japan back in 2024. Another thing that is being looked at, which is something I only did a couple of times last year, but really enjoyed doing and want to do a lot more this year, is Bush League. We want to get actual proper equipment this time, and just showcase Bush Rugby League because I really like doing it. And yeah, just the reason why it was a bit stagnant last year is because the season kind of got shafted for a lot of clubs because the weather was really, really bad in winter. Like, a lot of rounds just got scratched. It was very chaotic. And especially with where I am at now, because I've now since moved to a new place, we're now closer to like a lot of other like reaching clubs and whatnots that we probably weren't able to before. So yeah, it's definitely opened up a lot more opportunity. There is a possibility in terms of talking about coming back to live streaming. It's going to be interesting to see how much I'm going to lean into it, because YouTube's a bit odd when it comes to certain things where it's like, in terms of making content, it kind of pushes one aspect forward, but it kind of holds a bunch of stuff back. Like, for example, currently right now, my shorts are doing quite well, but my videos exactly aren't. And it's kind of the same things like with live streams. That's why you see channels when they do a lot of focus on live streams, that's kind of all they do on their channel, because that is what, because it's like, oh, this is something that they do. This is what the algorithm does, and it's smart. So it's kind of like a bit of a hodgepodge. That's why you see like channels, like big channels, have like shorts dedicated channels in some extent, because they don't want the shorts to kind of affect their normal videos. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely want to get back into live streaming, since now I've actually got equipment now that's not shit like it was when I actually was doing it a few years ago. So yeah, it should be fun. But yeah, besides from that, that's kind of what I've kind of got concrete set. But yeah, anything else, who knows what could happen. But it's going to be a very exciting year. Hopefully getting to start some videos probably coming out for the Rugby League season in the next coming days. So yeah, thank you for watching. I don't know how good this video is going to be, but it's just going to be this is the plans for 2026. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you stick by for 2026, because hopefully it'll be a year.